Hello, my name's Neil Hardwick. I was born in England, but I've lived here in Finland for nearly 20 years. And now the television people here have asked me to make a programme which answers the question, why does Finland produce so many top rally drivers? And I've had easier jobs, by the way. Why do certain nations at certain times produce something special, something extraordinary and unique? We might ask ourselves that question here in Greece, which was the cradle of our ancient civilization. Why here? I don't mean why we're asking the question here. I mean, why should ancient Greece have been the cradle of Western civilization in particular? Why does Finland produce rally drivers? Why did ancient Greece produce philosophy? That's what I mean. OK, cut. Sorry, I'll rethink it. We begin our search here in Greece, the cradle of our Western civilization. Why should it have happened here? There are two reasons: geography and temperament. Geography, Greece was at the crossroads. It was able to use neighbouring civilizations without being vulnerable to them. And temperament, the Greeks, who had once been nomads, were filled with the spirit of travel and inquiry, none of which is true of Finland and has nothing to do with the subject anyway. I'm sorry.
Maybe rally drivers.
What?
Rally drivers. Rally?
Yeah. Yeah, I should get the rally drivers into it somehow, yeah. What do you think? Should I introduce them first? Yeah, okay, I'll go around and introduce them. There's number one, Marco Alén. He's a Finn, won here last year. That's one there. Number 3, Juha Kankkonen, he was world champion in 86 and 87. And in 86, when he won the world championship, Alén was second and Salonen was third. The Finns won all 3 top places. Juha Kankkonen. There's Timo Salonen, number 3. He's a Finn as well, of course. There's another one, Hannu Mikkola, world champion 83. He's got more championship wins than anybody else, 18 or something like that. Hannu Mikkola. First Finnish world champion was Ari Vatanen in 81. He's not here today, but he's won this Acropolis twice anyway. I mean, thanks. It verges on the tedious. The Finns are not just the best. I mean, they're far and away the best. There's nobody else to touch them. Over the last 10 years, 2 exceptions, over the last 10 years, of the top 3 drivers, 2 have been Finns. Year after year. I mean, there must be some reason for it. Could ask somebody, I suppose. What about it?
can speak
You speak English?
Yes.
Yes. We're from Finnish television.
Oh, yes.
And we wondered if you have an opinion on why Finnish rally drivers have been so good over the years. Why the Finns?
Why the Finns?
Why?
Why Finns are so good? The Finns are very good, okay? Driving rally.
Sì,
yeah.
ok.
Okay, the Finns are very good.
Che i piloti finlandesi sono
Yeah. Why?
molto ok. Sì, sì.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that is a very difficult question, I think. Why the Finns are so good rally drivers?
Finns, Finnish drivers, Finland. Very good, yeah?
Yeah. Very good.
Why? C'est pourquoi. Does anybody know why the Finns are so good at driving rally cars? Anybody know? Nobody knows why the Finns are so good? No. Any offers? Why the Finns so good at driving rally cars? Anybody? Any idea? Nobody knows? No? Do you speak English? Do you follow rally driving at all? You don't know anything about rally driving?
Yes, I know.
Do you know that the Finns are very good? People from Finland?
I don't know.
You don't need to know, darling. Don't worry. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's not so important anyway, is it, really? I need to find a real expert somewhere. This is the Toyota team manager, so he should have some ideas. We're trying to find out why the Finns are such good rally drivers. Do you know?
No, I don't really know, but in Sweden we call it Finnish sisu, which I think...
Sisu, guts and determination, that's what he says. You don't have that in Sweden, then?
That the rally is so felt in Finland, and so everybody likes to make rally, and everybody tried really hard to make some rallies at the beginning, just like hobby, and then to try to be professional.
Well, it's a tradition, first of all. It's not something very recently. The Finnish drivers are the best in the world since the year 60s.
I think that all Finnish drivers start very early, driving on the surfaces like ice and gravel, and they are very used to it till 21 years old.
They've got a long winter during which they can drive on frozen lakes for months and months.
Yeah, the experts seem to be fairly unanimous, but I don't know. Some of those Finnish drivers were 7 and 8 years old before they learned to drive. That's not so young. And then the winter, I mean, it's only 8 months long or something. Why do you think the Finns are so good?
Well, I think that there is a fantastic tradition in Finland to drive in gravel, to drive in rally sport.
We're trying to find out why it is that Finns have made such brilliant rally drivers over the years. What's so special about Finland?
Well, I don't think there's so much you can do in Finland. I think there's a question of needing to succeed at something in order to have a full fulfillment in life. In so many other countries, you have so many other things that you can be doing. In Finland, there's not a lot that you can do. And that's why they're good at all sports. It's not only rally driving, but it's athletic sports, it's everything. If a Finn wants to do something, he'll try to the maximum. And that's because that's the character of the Finns.
It would have been nice to have the opinion of the Lancia team manager, since it's been very much their year. But of course, he's not here. He's in Italy.
I think also in Finland you have fantastic roads where to train the drivers.
with no dangers. If you have to train a driver in Italy or France or in other European countries, near the roads you have big ditches and you cannot afford to make mistakes. Therefore you go far away under the limit.
So different, you see. I mean, you can't even say there's an archetype of Finnish rally driver that would explain it all. You got Kankkunen, for example, who's okay, he's a country boy, likes hunting and all that stuff. But here, he's the tactician, the technician. He's the one who really works hard.
Joo, mä tuli Korsikalta ihan suoraan tänne ja...
He's been in Corsica testing, he's come straight here.
Ja ajelin tuolla Iteassa 5 päivää testiä ennen kuin aloitettiin harjoitukset.
Been testing 5 days. And then you got Salonen, who they used to call the loose one. Mind, he's lost a lot of weight recently. But anyway, he's a kind of very urbane hedonist. He's not one to strain himself unnecessarily. Onko se nautinto sulle tämä testaaminen?
Ei, se on työtä.
He doesn't enjoy testing so much. He's a different case. He finds it hard work. What's the attraction in driving fast? Why is it such great fun?
No, it's, I don't know. I enjoy it. Yeah. I can go sideways and fast.
What else do you enjoy in this life when you're not driving cars?
I think so I start very soon enjoy flying.
Really?
Because I am now flying my helicopter license.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you get that soon. Enjoy yourself.
Okay,
thanks very much.
Thanks.
And then the only thing that Salonen's got in common with somebody like Vatanen, for example, is that they both like helicopters. Otherwise, Vatanen's physically lean and tight, and he lives clean, drinks milk, he's religious even.
When this earthly path once is finished, the things are getting even better, a lot better even, and already now they are fantastic. So how much better they are going to be then, I mean, that's it's beyond our comprehension.
And then you've got Hannu Mikkola, who I suspect was a bit of a playboy in his day, but anyway, nowadays he's the nicest gentleman you could wish to meet. Very, very laid back. Plays a lot of golf.
I like very much to play golf. I started 4 years ago, and I think it's completely different type of sport what I'm doing for a living. You know, it's a quiet sport. It's sort of very much gentleman sport, and you have to concentrate very hard on that, so you forget everything else.
So when you retire from this sport, you're going to play golf and just enjoy yourself?
But I'm not going to make any money out of it.
I can tell you. I don't think you need any more money. And then you've got Alain, who's more or less an Italian. He's lived there so long. I mean, he's a bit of a worrier. He gets excited easily. More of a Latin temperament almost.
Tu fare un furgone, tu aspetta qua in 11 chilometri e dopo tu torna subito in garage.
Sì.
Meglio così andiamo o no? Meglio, sì. Capito?
They don't have much in common, do they? Except that they all drive fast and they're Finns. It's amazing, really. Wonders are many, and none is more wonderful than man, said Socrates. Sophocles, sorry. Pity we can't interview him. He might have been able to shed some light on the matter. I think we'd better go back to Finland. Why do certain countries, at certain times, produce something special, something extraordinary and unique? We might ask ourselves that question here in Finland, the cradle of modern rally driving. Why Finland? Oi. What would you expect this country to be good at producing? Icebreakers, yes, that's understandable. The sea freezes every winter. The Finns get good at making icebreakers. I mean, that's fairly obvious. This is a highly developed industrial nation, so you'd expect to find high-quality consumer goods, high-tech products, all that. And paper, yes, Finland's famous for paper. There's plenty of wood. And milk, lots of cows, good cheese. Musicians, composers, yes, they can wander about in the forests and get inspiration, yes. But rally drivers? Now, if you've never been here, you might expect to find that Finland's very car-centred, with a thriving motor industry, good roads, well-organised government training scheme for aspiring young rally drivers and all that. Forget it! Cars cost an arm and a leg in this country. Petrol's expensive. Motoring's taxed punitively, and yet the roads are in rotten condition because the government won't put money into them. The authorities have a peculiarly negative attitude towards private cars, so from that point of view, the fact that Finland should produce so many top rally drivers seems about as likely as that Chad should produce champion skiers. Of course, one possible explanation is the Finns are all mad. Certainly, they love competitions of all kinds, if love is the right word for something taken so seriously. For Finns, winning is very important, and they'll make a competition out of just about anything. And the oddest thing is that they seem to enjoy most of all the lonely sports. The ones when you're out there by yourself, competing in solitude, but with a massive crowd loving you from a distance. Think of the great Finnish sporting names that come to mind. Paavo Nurmi, and the loneliness of the long-distance runner. Nurmi's successor, Lasse Viren. Matti Nykänen, who when he's up there is truly alone. The Finns don't do spectacularly well in team sports, but they excel in individual events, in solitary events. And rally driving, when all's said and done, is one of those sports. It's beginning to look like what I said in Greece is right, that it's a combination of geography and temperament. Geography, the availability of these kind of roads in all sorts of weather conditions, and temperament, the enjoyment of the solitary struggle. Ari Vatanen, don't you ever get lonely in this kind of sport?
Yes, but this is the only place in the world without interference.
Do you ever think of danger?
What?
You know, the danger, dying, death. Think of that?
No, I mean, this is fantastic. I'm in a cloud 9 when I'm driving fast.
Yeah. But of course, this grim determination to win at all costs can be taken too far. Ari Vatanen came very close to death in 1985 when he crashed badly in Argentina and was injured just about as badly as it's possible to be injured and still live. And he was lucky. He recovered, first his determination, then his health, and returned to the sport to win the Paris-Dakar rally in 1987. Henri Toivonen was less lucky. Nobody knows just what happened in Corsica in 1987, but Toivonen's death changed the face of rally driving forever. The B Group cars, which had been effectively as powerful as Formula One cars, were finished. Nowadays, rallies are driven in cars that are basically the same as those on sale in ordinary car shops. I think there's a third reason for the Finns' success. It's their ability to switch off and relax, take it easy. And then they concentrate again when it's time to go. So they don't waste energy by being tense when they don't have to drive. They're cool. Onko teillä mitään yhteistä keskenään? Onko teillä mitään yhteistä, paitsi että kaikki ajatte ralliautoja? Mutta siis ihmisinä, onko teillä mitään yhteistä?
Ei ole vaimoja kellään.
Yhteisiä vaimoja.
Ei ainakaan tässäkin.
Ei kukaan tunnuta ainakaan.
No mistähän se sitten johtuu, että Suomi on tuottanut niin paljon hyviä kuskeja?
Tiedä, mistä se johtuu. Tietenkin tämä yksi on, joka tekee sen, niin taso alun perin niin pääsi korkealle jo 60-luvun, 50-luvun lopussa. Ja me tiedetään se jostain seiväshypystä tai jostain muusta, kun on ollut hyvä suomalainen siinä, niin se heti nostaa muita yrittämään. Ja tämä ralliautoilu on ollut sitä koko ajan ja sieltä on kovasti kavereita tulossa. Ja jos ne haluaa päästä niin voittamaan, niin heidän todella täytyy ajaa kovaa. Ja tavasti kun ne voittaa täällä, ne on valmiit Eurooppaan. Mä uskon, että tämmöinen niin innostus on yksi syy. Onhan niitä paljon muutakin.
Niin ja mun mielestä varmaan Ari ja Timo ja meikäläinen ja Juha, niin Juha on ollut nyt varmaan kattonut mua esikuvana, mutta mä sanon näin, että me ollaan
ollut Hannu, kun sä ajoit Jyväskylään.
Hannu ja Timo ja koko tää meidän kartti, niin Hannu on vieläkin matkassa hyvin, niin siinä suhteessa ne on ollut hienoja esikuvia.
Mutta toisaalta kyllä pitää sanoa, että kyllä Juhalla oli kaikkein helpointa tulla tähän porukkaan, koska se viimeinen, joka sitä ennen tuli, oli Salon ja kyllä Saloissa rima putosi aika paljon. Juhalla oli sitten helppoja.
Seuraava jouduttiin väkisin ottaa tiimiä.
Mutta kyllä vielä Hannu, Markku ja minä, niin silloin oli taso kovaa vielä. Silloin ei päässyt helpolla. Joo.
Suomalaiset oli ylivoimaisia silloin, kun oli B-ryhmä. Siis kun tää oli vaarallista hommaa.
Miestä tarvittiin.
Niin,
se on
silloin
veripunne.
uimapäät suomalaiset olivat ylivoimaisia. No, nyt kun tavalliset kuolevaiset pääsevät mukaan tähän lajiin, niin onko suomalaisten kulta-aika ohi?
Mä sanon sitä, että se ainoastaan se on tällä hetkellä niin myöskin, niin, missä Markku on, se talli on aika ylivoimainen ollut ja siellä on vain yksi suomalainen ja se tietenkin niin rajoittaa sitä hyvin paljon niitä voitomahdollisuuksia. Kyllä mä uskon, että ei tässä vielä sitä huolta ole, ettei suomalaiset kerkeisi.
Kyllä eikä se ole tilanne niin, että se on aneemista tällä hetkellä ralliautoilun huipulla, jolloin ei tarvita kaikkia suomalaisia. Jos ralli pääsee taas uuteen kukoistuksessa, missä se oli muutama vuosi sitten tarvitaan kovat kuskit suomalaiset, jotka voidaan laittaa minne päin vaan maailmaa, joka on suomalaisten etu. Ja tällä hetkellä pärjätään ilman suomalaisia. On niin vähän huipputalleja mukana, mutta tilanne muuttaa. Sitten taas meitä pyydellään. Hannullekin vielä ainakin 5 vuotta, se vielä 50-vuotispäivänäkin ajaa vielä.
Joo, me tuossa just Timo tässä vuosi sitten sanoi, että eikö Hannu ajata sitten semmoinen muistokilpailu, kun ollaan 50-vuotiaita. Ja sitten se yhtäkkiä heräsi ja sanoi, että hei, mutta sähän oot justiinsa. Sä oot melkein.
Okay, you got that now? The roads here are suitable for practicing rallying. The Finns are grim, stubborn fighters who